Welcome everyone, I'm Ray, and as you can see, today we are going to take a look at Honkai Operations Center Fuha, because we need more Fuha after what happened last time. Really, we do. We do need more Fuha, and we need some less tragic emotional damage. Let's take a look and get comfy.
Greetings, Captains. Welcome back to the Honkai Operations Center.
Ooh, is it a
As
new
time
VA?
flows forward,
Or
Fuhua
is
has
it?
shaped the history under different names and identities. The 8th Herscher, who calls herself Fuhua, has now appeared before us. But who is she
she's
really?
Awesome.
What has Fuhua undergone in 50,000 years? Let's take a closer look at the long and solitary life of a warrior.
Just imagine
Fuhua was
writing a
born in the lower
character
district of
that
previous
has
era
lived
metropolis.
50,000
She grew up
years.
practicing martial arts after her father and lived a disciplined life. Due to her humble origin, plain appearance,
She looks
and straight
so
reserved
cute
personality,
in
Fuhua
all of the
was a
manga
loner when
styles.
she studied in Sapphire. Only until she saved a classmate during a zombie attack did she gain the
Carole.
acceptance of those around her and learn to warm up to people. But just when she was beginning to envision a bright future,
Yeah.
fate forced her on a path that she had
How
never
could we
imagined.
forget?
The Honkai Impact tore what she knew apart.
Just
The
when
city
it was
burned
starting
the
to get
ground, and
better
her
for
family
her.
and friends were killed. Fuhua fled and was saved by Moss Squad 5 leader Himiko. In a world where
I
one could
forgot.
not survive alone,
We need to go
Fuhua
through this
could no
again.
longer afford to dream and was
No.
only left with the mission to eliminate Honkai. Fuhua joined Moth as a soldier, but she was still too weak to save anything. Cities fell. Billions of lives perished. Her savior, Himiko, died in the hands of her comrades after transforming into a Herscher.
I hate
She only had the
that.
passion to defeat Honkai, not the power to realize it. In the face of an overwhelming enemy, was running away the best thing she could do? Fuhua did not accept her fate. Burning with a grudge against her fate,
Fuhua is
Fuhua
like
was
literally
reborn
so
after
strong.
challenging death. In an experiment
Mentally.
that was deemed lethal, Igor miraculously fused with her and transformed her into a Mantis. And the user of Key of Domination, as well as Fan Huang Down, the Mantis brought home one victory after
Ooh.
another.
I
Until the
love them
final
standing,
Herscher
all
descent,
standing there.
humanity stood no chance in the decisive war. The few that survived forfeited their civilization. They put themselves into cryogenic sleep so they could start anew when the time
Ooh,
arrives.
that looked kind of
And
really
so
cool.
Fuhua's story
In
enters
front
the
of
next
them.
chapter. After 10 millennia of sleep, Fuhua was awakened as the executor of Project Ember,
Oh god, and
whose
then
mission
more
was to guide
suffering
the people of
started.
a new era in
No.
developing their civilization and resisting Honkai. Fuhua was not alone in this. She was surrounded by lifelong friends who genuinely cared for her and wanted her to take back her life. Yet she lost all of them in a judgment-class Honkai disaster.
I really cannot.
Fuhua became alone again. As a
This
Mantis,
is just
she is
really
immortal.
way too sad.
As the user of Fan Huang Down, her memories last forever. In Fuhua's near-everlasting life, as fleeting as her interpersonal encounters may be, the inevitable parting that ensued would still scar her for life.
Understand.
With her last friend gone, Fuhua closed off her heart. She secluded herself from the earthly world, carried on the mission of eliminating Honkai like the programmed robot. No mercy for the corrupted became her sole code of conduct. She
We
only
remember
cared for
that
the mortals'
manga that
corruption,
looked
not their lives.
stunning.
In 1458 AD, Fuhua founded the School of Taixuan at Mount Taixuan, Shenzhou. It was to safeguard Shenzhou and cleanse the world of Honkai. The School of Taixuan, which only had 7 disciples, dominated the martial arts world with the Edge of Taixuan, a secret sword fighting style that could channel Honkai energy. To the ordinary people, Fuhua was as untouchable as a celestial, and hence was named Phoenix.
Yeah, and I'm trying
In
to concentrate so that I
1475 AD, on the
won't
Kipchak
miss more
steppes in
information
Central Asia,
that I might have already forgotten.
Fuhua single-handedly trounced Chicxul's elite forces and
Yeah.
their strongest Valkyrie, Kalin Kaslana.
Yeah, she was freaking epic.
This battle also led Fuhua's first encounter with Otto Apocalypse,
Oh no.
her lifelong rival.
Honestly, and there
In
it
the
all
next year,
started.
for reasons unknown, her 7 disciples mutinied and razed Mount Taixuan to the ground. Fuhua was grievously injured, having lost her full power and immortality. Fuhua temporarily withdrew from the world. Since she
Seeing
could
her
not
like this
protect
is just
Shenzhou in
so
a powerless state,
sad.
she made a pact with Otto. Fuhua joined Chicxul and worked for Otto. In return, Otto pledged to watch over Shenzhou in her stead. In
Those are such
2000 AD,
crazy
the second
developments,
Honkai
to be
eruption
honest.
brought total destruction. It was later known as the most devastating Honkai disaster of the current era.
Oh my god.
In a
Yeah,
few
that
days,
happened too.
multiple
Oh
major
my
cities were
god.
destroyed,
Right.
resulting in millions of casualties. In this war, Schicksal and the
Oh my God,
anti-entropy
Cecilia.
fought
Oh
back
my
in
God,
full
wait.
force.
Oh my
Fu-Hua
God.
was dispatched to subdue the Herschers as a Schicksal Valkyrie. In Fu-Hua's long life, she has never ceased rethinking what fighting means, so she may one day slay all Herschers and eliminate Honkai.
Fu-Hua's life is
By
crazy
then, she
long.
had found the
Oh
way
my
of
God.
defeating a Herscher. With unparalleled combat experience and Feng Huang Down's power, Fu-Hua overwhelmed the pseudo-Herscher of fire and temporarily suppressed the second Herscher who possessed 6 Herscher cores.
Yeah,
Yet even
true.
with such
That's how
nigh immeasurable
strong
power,
she
she
is.
cannot defeat the second Herscher, who was under the protection of the will of Honkai. At the critical moment, Fu-Hua sacrificed Feng Huang Down and her memories to activate Feng Huang Down's first power, Taixuan Eminence.
Wasn't that the moment
severely
where
wounded the
everything
second
would have
Herscher
worked out
and
if
cut
Otto
off
would
her
have just
connection with the will
not?
of Honkai, creating an opening
Took
for
so much
humanity
time?
to turn the tables. Fighting
Wasn't
this war
wasn't
cost
that the
Fu-Hua
moment?
her memories and most of her power. Over a decade later, Fu-Hua enrolled at St. Freya as an undercover agent. She became the class monitor of Kiana's class to surveil the activity of the Herscher of the Void inside Kiana.
No, but this
Although
is
she approached
literally
Kiana and her friends
crazy.
with an ulterior motive, she regained long
She went
lost
from being a
friendships and bonds in a
celestial
campus life full
to
of joy
working
and
for
laughter.
Otto,
She
fighting in
carried out
Second
Otto's
Eruption,
orders while secretly
and then
helping out
being
Kiana
just
and
in
her
a
friends
class
to
playing
protect an
friends,
addictive yet
basically,
fragile
until they
balance
really
of
became
fate.
friends. But like, that's so
However,
crazy.
the mission of eliminating Honkai ultimately made her side with the other end. She took away Kiana and helped Otto rouse the Herscher of the Void. Little did she know that Otto did not play by the contract. He only roused the Herscher for his selfish desires, not to protect
I mean,
others.
she could have
To keep
she could have
Fu-Hua out
guessed.
of his plan,
Couldn't
he shot
she?
her.
She
To
she
stop
knew
Otto's
him
plan,
500
Fu-Hua
years.
activated Feng Huang Down's 0th power before dying to transfer her sentience partially into the feathers and bind her sentience with Kiana's soul. Feng Huang Down, which bore Fu-Hua's sentience, led Himiko to the power that could confront the Herscher of the Void and provide the serum that could quell the Honkai energy inside Kiana.
Even here.
When Bronya was trapped in Grey's Serpent's Mind Labyrinth, Feng Huang Down appeared in time to help her escape.
Fu-Hua was
After the
literally
Herscher of the
everywhere,
Void begot a
there
Honkai
for
eruption,
everyone.
Kiana sunk into self-blame and loss.
Oh my god,
It
true.
was
that
Fu-Hua's
scene.
sentience that supported her and taught her
That
how
whole
to harness the Herscher
scene.
power. At last, to protect Kiana, Fu-Hua's sentience burned herself out in the battle against Kevin and fell into a slumber. However, that was not the end of her story.
Yeah, luckily.
After the Schicksal battle, Otto repaired her body, only to revive a Fu-Hua that was not the fighter who upheld her mission above all else and abolished her own desires. She had the looks of Fu-Hua, but uttered frivolous, arrogant, and impetuous words.
And a really
She had the
cute
memories
and
of
gorgeous
Fu-Hua,
smile.
but could not understand the motives underpinning them. She loathed Honkai as much as Fu-Hua, but she was no different from Honkai in action. Purely driven by
Her
a
whole
desire for
existence
destruction,
is also
she
crazy.
destroyed. She killed Otto's clone and demolished half of Schicksal's
Oh
headquarters.
my god.
To vent her desire for destruction, she fought Durandal and Kevin to trick Fu-Hua's sentience and
It's
Feng
so mean
Huang
that we
Down
did
into
not
submitting
get to
her.
see any of it. I
She
mean, unless
varnished
in
over her motive
the little
time and
trailer
again.
teaser, but still.
To win the trust of Kiana and Bronya, she lured them into her memories to elicit their sympathy.
That didn't quite work.
In the end, she was not Fu-Hua, but the 8th Herscher born from her memories.
Very
Perhaps to the 8th Herscher, this story that perpetuated itself for 50,000 years is an elaborated, pitiable tragedy. The Fu-Hua that constrained herself and lived solely for her mission was nothing but a failure. She wanted to become a better Fu-Hua. Perhaps the girl bathing in the sun on the grass 50,000 years ago would have had the same idea had she had learned the story of her life.
Actually, very true.
It is a life that has seen too many betrayals, lies, and sacrifices. However, it is also a life that shaped Fu-Hua into the remarkable fighter that her friends believe in and rely upon. What does the
Oh,
future have in
God.
store for her?
Oh god,
We
I'm
will
so
find out
scared.
together.
No. For real, for real. Like we can easily say, "Oh yeah, this character is 50,000 years old or older." we can easily say that, but if we think about it, what we see from this character, even though we see periods of time like over her whole lifespan, we just see a glimpse, and it's so much, and it's so heartbreaking that it's just completely crazy. Like, I don't think anyone could ever imagine like how Hoover exactly feels, and it's even more understandable why the 8th Herscher is like, no, I don't want to be like this anymore. I will be better. Like, it's so understandable after seeing those memories without living through it. And it's just crazy. Fuha went from being a normal girl trying to fit in, trying to find her way, into a mantis that is immortal. Okay, first into a soldier, then into a mantis, whatever. And she's just being thrown into all of this. Like, at the whole start, she didn't choose any of... Okay, no. Actually, no, she did choose something. She did choose to become a soldier to learn of the truth, which already then marked her as someone so mentally strong. She just lost everything and still chose not to go for hope, but for the truth. I will not forget the scene where Himeko talks to her for the first time in the headquarters, or wherever she was there. That was just crazy. And after that, just everything spirals out of control, to be honest. I mean, Honkai completely... Honestly, Honkai just overdoes it. What do they gain from destroying civilizations? I would love to know that, because I get if Honkai is kind of like, they are just there. They are just part of this whole universe, whatever. They are just part of it. That I would get. But then it's not balanced if Honkai always destroys the planet. So Honkai is something else, though. Anyway, I hope that we still get to see more of the 8th Herscher, because I didn't quite get what they were doing at the end of the chapter 22, but like, I hope we see her again. She is so fun to be around. I love Fuwa with everything. Honestly, I love her whole story. I love her. It's understandable that she's the way she is, right? But I also love her in a more fun way. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about Fuwa's history, because I think there are a lot of thoughts and a lot of things we can talk about. So let me know. And I hope I see you next time.